And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Today is July 15th, so we are halfway through the month. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be the last stream of the Siboor boom. It's been 2 months. I think we took 1 week off. I think I was sick or something 1 week. But yeah, 2 months still of building this, and we are basically done minus the final bit of wiring here. Let's see. Hasio, how's it? Hasio Prince with the 15 months. Don't forget to like the smash button. Thank you so much, man. Let's see, who's here today? We've got Gergman in the house, Hasio, Steve, Hobo, Danny, hello, Lord Git, how's it going? Yeah, so we are basically done with all of the hardware side of things. I still haven't gotten a chance to mess around with doing a strain relief, but Siboor was in chat last week, so I got to sort of mention that, as well as the other thing we ran into, which was that I think it was the AC wires were tinned. So hopefully they address that. That would be ideal. Hey, Tuxedo. So yeah, basically all that's left is plugging in wires and kind of trying to organize wires. Also, I've still got, can't really see it from there. Let me see. Bringing you guys down. So we've got, can we see it from here? Yeah, kind of. Let me zoom in. Also, let me do manual focus. Let's see. There we go. So we've still got some belt hanging here, and I was trying to think of like how I could do anything with this belt, but it's not long enough really to zip tie. It's really not long enough to zip tie to the belt up here, and because we're probing physically with the nozzle, I don't want the belt to get in the way. So I think we're gonna pretty much have to trim the belt, like, and just leave out, I don't know, maybe like 5 or so teeth. So we'll wait for a second on that. We'll just focus on the electrical and get it all wiring, but I don't see any other way at this point other than cutting that belt pretty short. So we'll see. Hey, Rob. Hey, Reverend. Yeah, hope you guys are doing awesome. Quick updates on things here. So we went camping last week as a family. It was awesome. It was incredibly hot. When I looked before, it looked like it was supposed to be like the high of mid 80s, but it ended up being like low 90s. And thankfully our campsite, our specific like number on the campground, had 2 big trees. So we spent a lot of time under the trees, and we were right across the street from a reservoir. They call it a lake, but it's technically a reservoir. So I spent a lot of the day, especially on, what is that? What is that? Oh, it's it's precipitation from my water that was here. Spent a lot of the days in the water. The camp host had a couple paddleboards that he loaned to me. So I got to take Jack out on the lake, and that was awesome. But yeah, it was brutally hot. When we got back on Sunday, when I was unloading things, I got like what I think is like not a heat stroke, but like a heat, I can't even remember the word right now, but I was feeling fine 1 second. Next second I had like headache, I was dizzy, I had like super nauseous. That's the first time I could remember ever feeling that way from the heat. So it was a lot of fun, but it was also really taxing physically because of the heat. Hey, GPs. So it is also super hot today. I think it's supposed to be triple digits like the next 4 days. So got a big thing of water. I'm gonna try to take it a little bit slower, but if I'm a little bit out of it, it's because heat exhaustion. Yeah, I felt like I drank a lot of water, but when I looked online, I'm like, what to do? It said electrolytes are what you need, not a lot of water. So I switched from water to drinking these like sport drinks with a lot of electrolytes, and then a couple hours later, I was feeling a lot better. But it was scary. It came on really quickly. I mean, it started with just a slight headache, and I thought it was like, okay, I'm just have a little bit of a headache, and then it really took me out. So yeah, that was intense. Hey, Musin. So other news, a lot of you guys know that we're getting a shed put in, which I'm so excited about because all of this stuff, and a lot of stuff is getting out of here. And I decided to get it permitted because the plan is to get some electrical installed, and that is a requirement if you're having electrical. It has been such a pain in the butt, man. I see why people try to avoid permitting things. I started the process 30 days ago and scheduled concrete for this Friday 2 weeks ago, and it took so many emails and phone calls, and I just got it approved today, which was the deadline I needed to get concrete done Friday. So concrete's getting poured Friday, and then I think next Friday is when the shed is being built. But I still have to figure out like an electrician and electrical stuff, so it'll be a while still, but it's just been such a pain in the butt to, like, I know that I am not an idiot, and the process made me feel like I was. It's just super unintuitive, not a lot of help from people, just a huge freaking pain. So I'm looking forward to have it behind us. I got the same on the first day I redid the roof on my oh wow, yeah, I would imagine being out on top of a roof in the sun just baking would be awful, especially if it's hot. Hey John. What? About what? Oh. Oh. Love you too. Aaron came out laughing because I told at my comment about me not being an idiot. I still don't understand how the US is so bad around DIY. Yeah, it's like, the biggest thing is like, they don't tell you exactly what you need, so I submit the things. So they make a bunch of assumptions, and every time I needed to correct something, instead of saying like, this is what we need, like with any sort of context, they would respond with like 5 or 6 words. And I'm like, okay. It leaves a lot open to interpretation, which is not what you want. And then specifically for my city where I'm in, they use 2 different portals, and that is super confusing because it's like, no, this has to go in this portal. Okay, submit the next thing. No, this actually needs to go in that portal. So I mean, it was just insane. So hey, Printer Prawn. But enough of that. I will, if I can, I'll show you guys next week the concrete, but hopefully that goes well. I still have to, the sprinkler line, I got these guys. Oops. So I am going to be cutting all the sprinkler line because I don't have enough distance, and using these, which are, is it gonna focus? Solder seal wire connectors that are waterproof. Oops. So yeah, I'm gonna cut them, use these. It's kind of interesting because it looks like they basically have like your heat shrink material itself, but also like metal in the center. So I don't know whether I'm just going to use a heat gun to try to melt the solder onto the connection, or whether I will like pre-solder them and then use this as additional solder. I've never used anything like these before. These will basically be going afterwards. I'm not going to bury this. You can bury it, it says, but I think it's a 6-inch diameter valve box that I'll basically put these inside of, so that way if there's ever a short or some sort of issue, I don't have to go digging in the ground and try to find where the joint is. I can just basically lift that up. So wish me luck. I'll let you guys know how it goes. In the middle, use a heat gun and blast them. Got it. Okay, so you have used them before, it sounds like. They are fine. I mean, the good thing is, like, it is at least just low voltage, right? I just worry that if I don't melt it enough, and the heat gun I have is a Ryobi heat gun, which is battery powered and not incredibly powerful, but I'll do my best. It's like 10, or no, I think it's 6 wires, but only 2 of the valves are actually in use. So as long as I get 2 of them working, I guess I could adjust the rest later. So, it's because they care more about corporations than the actual people. Yeah. I think that if you're a contractor, it's probably simple, but for a homeowner that's trying to just do something, it is anything but intuitive. Okay, enough of me ranting. Let's get into it. So last week we wrapped up this, which was installing the screen. We've got this nice little wiring diagram. They also provided like, not quite laminated, but it's on sort of like this laminated piece of paper, like a printout wiring diagram that's really high resolution. A nice addition. Like, they don't have to include this. The PDF would have been sufficient, but it is nice to have. So I basically have the exact same diagram. I already, prior to even last week's stream, this should all be done. So basically we need to hook up the rest of this stuff. So let's see how this goes. A few things. Okay, so no, this is clearly... Okay, so for our motor wires, it does look like we have little slits in the panel. Let me see if I can get this in view. But yeah, the whole thing is just pretty frustrating. It was like a 2-week. I had to schedule the concrete 2 weeks in advance because the guy's really busy. And then I had to schedule the shed assembly like 3.5 weeks in advance because they're really busy during summer. So had it not gotten approved by today, which was the absolute latest deadline, I would have had to reschedule the concrete, you know, a couple weeks out and then reschedule the shed a couple weeks out as well. So I'm thankful that that didn't happen. So I just really want to get a move on this. It's been something that we've talked about for a long time now. So, okay, I'm shoving this wire down here. I'm just going to go ahead and lift this up and pull the slack through. I think that must be what that little pocket is for. How's everybody else doing? I know that I think a lot of the US at least is having some serious heat waves. Hey, nice. Okay, so these are pulled down. I think everything's basically fed down. The only thing I'm not sure of is the bed wires. So on the back here, we have got our bed wires coming off of the bed, and it just comes out like this. And I don't know, I have no idea actually where this is supposed to be fed into. Maybe it goes down, it can go in here. That feels like a weird loop though. Let's see. Curious if there's any sort of instructions as far as the routing path. Hey Lisa! Pretty much Europe is having heat wave. Got it. Yeah, it's like let me see. Nampa, Idaho weather. Fahrenheit. I'm gonna do Fahrenheit because that for me is what I need. This is different than what it shows on my phone. So like here it shows, like it's still hot, right? But like 94 today, then 98, 98, 96, 96, 97. Like the next block of 6 days is just hot. But on my phone it shows triple digits for like 4 of these days in a row. We have nice 32. I don't know what I know for 3D printing, but I don't know what that translates to. Okay, so 86, it's still definitely warm. To 90. Yeah, it's warm. I mean, when it gets to mid to upper 80s is when I start to really not want to be outside. Mid 80s today, what we're supposed to have. Get rain tomorrow. We had a bit of freak rain yesterday morning, and then it cleared up and got just brutally hot. Okay, so this is confusing to me. I think this is what confused me last week. So I'm pretty sure, let's tilt this guy sideways. We'll do the bed last because I'm not sure on the wiring direction for that. But let me change this and bring you guys down a little bit. I actually, do I want to flip this? No, this is fine, I guess. Okay, so we got these. This is what we did last week. I forgot. Or maybe it was the week before now. Honestly, I can't remember. The weeks are all kind of blending for me a little bit. Hey, Beads! Currently 11 Celsius. Wow, that sounds, based off what the conversion I just did, really cold. What is that? Wow, 51 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that sounds lovely. Hey, Deanna! It's around 90 Fahrenheit. Got it. So yeah, these ones were tinned. So we cut them and crimped on little fork or spade connections there. Now it looks like it wants us to... So it looks like it wants us to connect the tool head board. Tool head PCB breakout. But then what is this? 24 volt control board. I don't see... I'm just gonna assume that that's wrong, I think. Like, if we look at this, right? We've got our breakout board here, right? All the things already connected to it. Then we've got this connector here. And it looks like this connector goes directly into 24 volts and ground. So I'm not exactly sure what this is saying, and it looks like it almost like jumps over it. It's a very strange diagram. I don't love that. It just, what is a 24 volt control board? I don't know. So let's grab, let's see. Let's grab these wires, and I've got 24 volts right here, and I've got ground right here. So let's just assume that these are going directly in here. We'll do, let's see, I need a screwdriver, don't I? There we go. So we've got you and you. Sony 4 headed to 85 in Portland. That's still nice. Like, I think you just saw it, but yeah, it's like mid to upper 90s here. We have like, our house has a single AC unit, but it's sort of dual zoned, where I have my own AC like wall unit upstairs, and it uses and there's one downstairs, and it basically uses some sort of baffling system to push air downstairs or upstairs. And it took hours yesterday to get it down 5 degrees. It was really struggling. It would have been nice to have upstairs have its own AC unit, but I know that the builder did that to save costs, because I'm sure adding a second AC unit would have been, you know, thousands of additional dollars based off the price I've heard AC, you know, an AC unit can cost. Okay, so 24 volts ground, that looks fine. Oh, I get what this is saying. The picture is really weird. So this is saying that we need to hook up the PCB breakout board at 24 volts, but also the primary control board itself. I'm not sure why they didn't just make the picture more zoomed out and have like a picture of the control board up here with wires going to it. That's got to be what it is. The scale is, I think, what threw me off. Like, it just looks odd. But yeah, so we need some different wires then. Let's see. It's probably these guys. That looks like AC wire. Why is there separate? Huh. This is all the electrical I have, right? Yeah. Okay, so there's this, which looks like really thick gauged wire. I mean, this almost looks like it would be for, it almost looks like it'd be for AC, but there's a, like positive and negative or red and black wire, and they are crimped properly. It's interesting that these are crimped properly, but the other wires weren't. These have ferrules on one side for the controller, and then they've got spades on the other side. So it's interesting. They like did half of it correctly, the other half not. But it just feels weird. It feels like this should be used for AC wire, not for just 24 volts, but I don't know. I have AC everywhere. I have no AC, so this is tolerable weather. Oh man. Is that common? Is that common around where you're at, Deanna? I just assumed that almost everywhere in the US by default had at least, like, you know, a window unit or some kind of AC. But then again, I've only lived here and in California, so I don't know. I don't have experience in a lot of different places. Okay, so they did give us an extra ground cable, which makes me wonder if that's for grounding the frame. I don't see anything in the instructions about that, but we'll look shortly here. So let's see. Sorry, I realize the lighting is not spectacular on this side. It's always kind of a struggle when I'm doing wiring stuff. So it looks like this is our 24 volts. This is negative, right? Yep, and this is positive. Okay, so we need to get these two in. Hey, Dr. Lair. This is negative. Hopefully these will fit. These are pretty big ferrules. That sure seems like it's a pretty big screw down terminal. Okay. Wait, yeah. I was like, did I go in the wrong slot? What board is that? It is a MakerBase MKS Robin Nano V3.1. This thing's running Marlin, so it's a Marlin. I guess a lot of boards are compatible with lots of firmwares, but yeah, we're using Marlin with this. They did send me a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is interesting. They didn't. I asked them about it on last week's stream. They didn't answer, so I don't know if like they think I'm going Clipper or if they have a config for Clipper. But the plan is we're just running it as. I guess we'll figure out how to get all this stuff situated in a bit. Yeah, so that's a little interesting. What did I miss? Recently it was 98 Fahrenheit with a real feel of 110. Oh gosh, that's gross. Where are you at, Joseph? I have a window unit for my bedroom, but out in the desert where I live, it's pretty common for older houses to just have evaporative cooling. 100 here already today. I don't even know how that works. Evaporative home cooling. What is that? Evaporative cooling, or swamp cooling relies on the natural process of water evaporation to lower air temperatures. As dry, hot air is drawn through water-saturated pads, the water evaporates, absorbing heat and significantly reducing the temperature. Interesting. Does it look like, I mean, is it similar to this where you have some kind of a unit on the roof then? Yeah, there must be a unit. It looks like all of them still have some kind of unit. Just clearly it's different than like your traditional AC units. It's doing something different. Does that board also host Clipper? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking yes, based off the fact that I received the Raspberry Pi, but let's confirm. MKS Robin Nano V3.1. So yeah, this is the board. Clipper. Yeah, Marlin Clipper. So yep, it does. It does do both. So, oh, Southern Kentucky. Got it. Yeah, that sounds right. No, I see common older buildings in Oregon. Got it. I think new construction usually have the fancy stuff. Right. This is, yeah, by default it's running Marlin. I'm really curious to see how this goes once we get it up and running. Really curious. I'm HVAC technician. For me, installing good AC is more or less $800. Got it. So that's your cost for, is that your cost for hardware, or is that what you calculate for your cost as hardware and labor? Humidity equals mold if not used properly. Got it. That makes sense. Okay, so let's see. We got those two in now. So next it is having, oh, we did that. Yay. Yeah. Okay, so this image makes way more sense. So we should, wait a minute. This kind of makes more sense. This power supply is different than what I'm using. Because down here, this is where the AC is on mine, but we've got voltage in. We should be fine. We've got the right stuff. So this we already did. Okay, so extruder motor is coming from this big bundle of wires right here. And let's see, this says end stop. This says extruder motor. Yeah, so extruder motor is going where? It is going, looks like second from the top, right? Let me turn this a bit so you guys can see a little. So yeah, it looks like this guy is going in right here. Still have to install the TMC drivers in a moment here as well. Okay, so next we've got a part fan. Auxiliary, X-end stop, probe, part cooling fan. Okay, part cooling fan is going right here. And then this says just cooling fan. So let's see, is there another cable that just says fan on it? Probe, what does that say? thermistor, probe, aux? What is that? AUX. End stop, hot end fan. Okay, so here's our hot end fan. There we go. Trying to untangle this as I go a little bit. Okay, so part cooling fan, hot end fan. Hardware, got it. Hardware without copper. So that doesn't include labor cost as well. Yeah, I know a buddy of mine just got a quote to redo AC in his house. He is in, I think, Connecticut. And I think that he was not looking at central AC. He was doing, it would be some sort of mini split setup, but ducted mini split. And I think that he said they quoted him north of $20,000, which seems insane to me. I know AC is expensive, like I know for sure, and it lasts a long time. It's supposed to at least, but that seemed just wild to me, the price he was quoted. Okay, so we need X limit switch to the top right over here. Let's see, where is X end stop? X end stop. Why am I not seeing? Oh, it must be this guy. Yes. Okay. So, hold on. It's not going to be perfectly untangled, but I'm trying a little bit here to just. Okay. So X end stop is at the very top right here. Oh, jeez. The very top right here. Yeah. I know my parents like held off on replacing the AC on their house for like 5 or 10 years because of the costs associated with it. I think they only basically got it replaced a little while before they sold the house because they needed it to be working for like resale value. Okay, so Z probe is next, and that is not you. Must be you. Yep. Okay, we got our Z probe, and that is going. Looks like we skipped one, and then it's in the next one. So right here is our Z probe. Okay. Tool head heater. There's just a single wire for that. So tool head heater is going into. Let me try to route this around here. Looks like it's this. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, that is right. We're just basically taking negative from here because we have 24 volts directly hooked up to the board. So that does sound right. So it is the second from the bottom on this block. Yeah, aux though, like when I see that, I think of an auxiliary fan, but this doesn't have an auxiliary fan. It's kind of what confusing me about that cable. Why are we not going in? Is it me? Hold on, I must be doing something wrong here. Ah, yep. There we go. It doesn't actually go in all the way, but it should be fine. I was about 6,000 to get a heat pump installed back in 2020. Yeah, I think since 2020 things have gone up even, a lot more. I'm not paying myself. Depending on the system, mini split on rooftop. Yeah, I told him, I said, like, why don't you do a different system? And that I had looked at mini splits and, like, you can get them for a lot less. But he seems like, I don't know. It seems like he wants to do what he wants to do, so. Okay, so from this initial bundle of wires, we have 2 more sets of cables. We've got the hot end thermistor, which is going just down here to down here to the left. And I don't see any place for this auxiliary cable. It's just a little like I think this is a DuPont connection, right? Right? Doesn't this look like a DuPont? I don't use DuPonts too often, but it looks like it to me. Let's see if hold on. Oh, okay, so yeah, maybe it says like on the diagram here, auxiliary cable just says idle, so I guess it's not being used. So I don't know. We'll maybe just like zip tie it. We'll zip tie it beside something in a little bit here. It is a DuPont. Okay. I installed it myself. I went with the inverter style, mini split style outside unit. Has a normal central air handler to swap out a 30-year-old heat pump. Save you the cost of the unit. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know. So mini splits. Oh, I probably shouldn't leave this on particle board. So mini splits, I've only ever seen like, you know, the wall unit, which is what I'm going to be doing in here. And then I know Steve got a mini split in his garage, and his has like, it's like a ceiling, in the ceiling mounted thing where it just looks like a vent. It's a lot cleaner looking. But I didn't even know until recently that they had the option for mini splits to use ducting systems like a central AC would use. Okay, monkey's barking. Must be somebody at the door. Hold on, I just want to make sure that there's nothing I'm forgetting. I think it's just delivery. Yep, it's just delivery. I got a call at the same time. I wanted to make sure there wasn't someone here for something that I forgot. There's a lot going on right now. Okay, so we should be fine with that. So next we're gonna plug in C fan. Where is the C fan going? So I do have a fan, but it's just like, it's just a loose fan. I didn't see anywhere that we were supposed to mount a fan, so I'm not entirely sure about that. Oh, okay. It looks like this is probably it. So this is happening after. Do we have this? Did it come? I don't think I have this. I'm pretty sure this only came with one piece of. Yeah, I don't have. Oh, I do. I'm lying. There is an acrylic piece. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get everything else plugged in, and I'll do this cooling fan in a second here. So I think all that's left is basically the stepper motors and then bed stuff, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure about where I route that. So if we go, scroll back up. Okay, here we go. So the one on the right side is the Z. Okay, so this is Z in my hand right now. And that is going here. So Z motor is here, according to this. And then the one on this side was X, which is going, gosh, this is really messy. I'm gonna have to figure out how to clean this up. I wonder if I'll end up shortening some of these wires, or like it'd be a wire channel would be nice over here, just to tuck some of this slack in. There's a lot of like extra open space down here. So we'll see. And then the Y motor is this guy at the back. Let's see, so Y motor. Yeah, I don't know the best way to route this. Let's go underneath you maybe. Up like this. Okay, so we've got all of our stepper motors plugged in. The Y end stop is going, looks like in between these two. Like that. Okay, so really all that's left is this bundle of bed wires. I don't know, does it just, because this is open down here, does it matter? Does it just maybe go wherever? It's a little interesting. There's no cutout. Okay, what do we think? I'm gonna ask you guys for your opinion here. So this is our bed wire, right? If I pull this, which I shouldn't really, but it's attached to the back of the bed. The only hole for wires to feed through to the bottom is right here, right? Where the like tool head cable chain wires come through. So I can either tuck it through there, which maybe would work fine, or I can just go through the back of the printer. Like it's open on both sides of the Y motor. I'm not really sure what the play is here, and I can't remember on the switch wire. Here, let me feed it through this little corner hole and see how that looks. Yeah, I don't know. That feels like it kind of puts some upward strain on this cable. I'm kind of thinking we just go through the slot on the back. There's a picture right here, but the picture doesn't show. Okay. No, so this, if this was going, I'm gonna go based off this photo right here. So this wire looks like it's just routing down. So I'm not gonna try to feed it through this opening right here. So we'll just do that, which is, it seems like, that seems like the better choice to me as well. So let's get that plugged in, which is here. So bed thermistor is these two cables, and they are plugging in, it looks like, just right here. I don't know, do I want it on this side? Let's see. Or do I want it to wrap around this way? How far back when this goes? So that's as far back as it goes. That's as far forward as it goes. I could probably adjust this later. Just trying to determine now, like, if I want the wires to go on this side like that, or on the other side like that. I kind of think this is my preference. We're gonna go with this. It wouldn't be the end of the world if I had to tweak it later, but let's just start with that. Okay, that's plugged in. Now we've got our heater wires for the bed. I don't know if that's right, man. Hey Liz, happy Wednesday. All right, let's just go. Let's go like this. This is what we're gonna do. And if it's not right, then I will make adjustments. Just don't love. I don't love this. I don't love the way this routes. Wiring on the boom was most definitely a rat's nest. Would like to see cable. Yeah, a cable channel would be awesome. They give, it looks like they give you some sort of like adhesive kind of cable tie things, but I'm either gonna do wire channels or I'm going to do I'm either gonna do wire channels or I'm going to do some of Steve's like little VHB zip tie things. But because there's so much extra wire, I probably will go with a wire channel to clean this up. Nice, with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. Chad30p got one. GTR Dad got one. Cryptic got one. Stooge got one. And Detagram got one. Thank you, man. All right, so bed heater wires are over here. And we've got, it looks like, yeah, so positive on the bottom. Yeah, rat's nest is a good, rat's nest is a fair descriptor of what this is. it's very messy. For today, I don't think I care that much, but I agree completely. Like this definitely needs like a wire channel of sorts. It's just there's so much wire. I can't contain it. sweating. I am sweaty. Okay. Okay, that's in. God, yeah, that looks... There's so much wire here. Yeah, if I had... I'd probably do a cable chain... Probably do a cable chain right here, actually, because that would allow me to tuck a lot of this in. And then... I don't know. I'd probably do quite a few cable chains. There's just so much space where I don't see why you wouldn't want to do, you know, a lot of cable chains. Okay, so let's get this installed. So this is our controller fan. Actually, before we do that, we should probably figure out what we need as far as drivers and jumpers go. Does it say? Yes, it does. So we want jumpers on second from the bottom on the left. That looks correct. This one, second from the bottom on the left. That looks fine. Second from the bottom. That looks fine. And second from the bottom. That all looks fine. Okay, so let's get our drivers. Drivers are here. Nope, those aren't drivers. Those are heat sinks. Where are the drivers? Where's our drivers? Oh, here they are. There they are. Slight moment of panic there. Wow. Yeah, thanks, nice. I mean, you've been supporting for years, man. I really appreciate it. I think I might try to get a mini split this this summer nice. As soon as this shed's installed next Friday, or maybe even next week, I'm gonna call the electrician again. I've called twice, the guy that did stuff in our garage, or the company did stuff in our garage. I've left 2 voicemails and filled out the form on their website, and I've not heard anything back. So I'm gonna give them a pass. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm gonna start fresh, but if I can't get a hold of them in the next little bit here, I'm gonna have to find a different electrician. Tuxedo! Thank you so much for the 17 months, buddy. Do a double dough. Oh, double dough. Hey, Down Under. I saw your message yesterday. I did not get a chance to reply. So, yeah, on the Unimog build, for the gears, I am going with PCCF. That was not the plan. I wanted to use, I think, nylon 12, but I wasn't able to get any in time. I hear you and agree that I can see there being some issue with the sort of abrasiveness and grit that is on the surface of the parts. I did see someone else in the Facebook group that seemed like they've had success. It wasn't PCCF though. I think it was it PETCF? Was it PACF? I can't remember, but something else. So we're gonna move forward and try. If it ends up just eating itself alive, then I will have to reprint in nylon. Nylon for print. No. For the Unimog, for the big truck we're going to be building. Yeah, not for printer parts. Okay, these are all color coded, which I'm a big fan of. I've never, knock on wood, installed these backwards, these step sticks, but it has always been a bit of a fear of mine. So having them colored where like you can see green and green matching them up, that does hopefully help to eliminate the possibility of that happening. These do have little potentiometers on them. I don't know if we need to adjust them. It's been a long time since I've had to do that. Pez, Liz! Wow, 39 freaking months. Thank you so much. Happy National Hot Dog Day. I didn't know that was today. We've had more hot dogs in the last 2 weeks than we've had in the last probably year here. Aaron's not a big hot dog fan. And I can't say, I love Chicago dogs to me with like some sports peppers, and I think it's like a garlic salt mix, like absolutely delicious. But we don't really get those here. And the regular hot dogs, yeah, they've grown on me a bit over the years. But we had hot dogs for the 4th of July here. What is that now? 11 days ago. And then when we went camping this last weekend, we did hot dogs for one of the days, and it was kind of. Oh, thanks, nice. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gergman with the 7 months, man. You guys, thank you, everybody. Yeah, I believe me when we get the AC on, like once we get AC installed, the plan is that it'll be right up here. I'm just gonna start the stream by holding out the remote, clicking it on, and just like this. We'll have like 5 minutes of just breezing it up. Zombie calls sports peppers performance peppers. Sports peppers are delicious. When Aaron and I first started dating, I was working at a Chicago sports bar in California, and we got, as employees, we didn't get free meals. We got like 50% off, and so when I was trying to be like budgety, I would get the Chicago dogs, and even if it wasn't the price that it was, like the flavor was phenomenal. And I am kind of a sucker for heat. I know you guys have done like hot sauce, at least Zombie has. I know that you guys have done like collab streams where there's been hot sauce involved, I believe, but for me, like I usually can't eat the whole sports pepper, so it's just like a little nibble to get the flavor in. A sports pepper, they're like these little, I'm sure they have a different name as well. Sports pepper, Chicago dog. They look kind of like, yeah, this is pretty close to what they look like. Sports peppers, what is a sports pepper? I'm not sure if that's their actual name. That looks kind of right. Some of these look slightly different than what I remember. Oh yeah, and the pickle. Yeah, so this is basically what it looked like. This is very similar to the dogs that we sold. So you got sports peppers, pickles, radish. I think there's a little bit of tomato and onion. And then I'm not seeing the salt, the seasoning salt on top. Maybe there's a little bit. They went a little light on theirs. They're about the spice. The ones we had were hotter than a banana pepper because I can do banana peppers. This says, yeah, heat level, they range from, okay, so they range from 10,000 to 23,000, making them similar to a Serrano. That seems more, oh, you guys can't see. Sorry, you're looking at my face. Here's a swear word. It's the hot jalapeno pepper that are on top. That's what a sports pepper is. Definitely not no, it's definitely not a jalapeno. Small, slender, pale green chili pepper. They're pickled in a vinegar brine. Yeah. Very yummy. Very yummy. They're green peppers. Yep. They're green, and they're always like some peppers when you, like if you think of like a peppercini, or I've even done pickling of shishitos, they're kind of like soft. These are not. These are like, they have a crunch to them, and they're like pretty thick and firm skinned or shelled peppers. So like it's got a good crunch to it. It's not like a soft pepper. It's got a good bite to it. Yeah. Sorry. I realized after I was saying it, I'm like, this is what it looks like. Like I'm the sports pepper. Celery salt. Yes. That's what it is. I said garlic salt, celery salt. You're right. It's celery salt. Yeah. So much goodness. So much goodness. You know what? We've got, hold on. I think we have Chicago restaurants near me. Okay, we don't have. I thought we had a. No, we don't. We don't. Never mind. Yeah, I was hoping that we had a good Chicago style restaurant around here, but we don't. A lot of pizza. We got a lot of pizza, but not Chicago style. Okay, let's get these on. I don't know. I think directionally I will place them like this. Yeah, let's do that. We should be really close. I think we basically are sticking these guys on, and then we are. I never get these straight. Never get these straight. And they also never stick for me. Like they stick for now. Does anyone else have that issue with like these little sticky pads on the TMC drivers? For some reason, especially these big ones, like I've had so many over the years just slowly shift where they're at or even fall off on me over time. But we'll place them now and hope for the best. Now I want a hot beef dipped. Yeah, there's, I'm trying to think, there's a really good Chicago restaurant in Chicago, but we had one in Portillo's. Portillo's. So we had a Portillo's in California, and that Portillo's is delicious. We get like the beef, like with the, I think it's the au jus, or I don't know how you say it, like the oily stuff that you dip on, or you dip or pour on your peppered sandwich. We haven't had food talk in a while. This feels good. We've talked garden stuff, but we haven't had like food talk. Feels. Portillo's is expanding. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's what I was hoping we had in Idaho, but it seems like we have not. We have gotten a lot of stuff here though. Like since we've been here, we got In-N-Outs now. I think we have 3 In-N-Outs, which being born in California for me, like I know that people have I know people have strong mixed feelings about how good In-N-Out is or is not, but for me, like it's probably a bit of a nostalgia factor. We didn't do a whole lot of like fast food or junk food in my house growing up, but In-N-Out was one where like we did do a fair amount. So like the smell and like the whole experience just reminds me of being a kid, and it makes me happy. And then we just got El Pollo Loco, which I like El Pollo Loco. I don't know that I would. It's still not like traditional Mexican food, right? Like not like authentic, but when you compare it to like a Taco Bell or Del Taco, it's definitely, in my opinion, like a better, pretty significantly better quality of meat and just food in general. Celery salt is great with Gouda cheese. Gouda. I don't know if I like Gouda. I can't actually picture what Gouda cheese tastes like. Taco Bell, yeah. You pay the price later. It's cheap up front and you pay the price later. Even though your Taco Bell's got more expensive. I usually get there just, they have like a $5 Lux box. Like that's usually what I've been getting if I go now, which has like a beefy 5-layer burrito, a regular taco, the cinnamon twist, which gosh, those are good, and a drink. They built a couple Portillo's near me, 1-2 minutes from my work. Nice. I have to resist going too often to keep from getting sick of it and not like, yeah, it's definitely not the healthiest, but it's so good. Where, I can't remember, Rob, what state are you out of? Okay, so we've got our, I think this last segment here is basically going to be installing this fan cover. Then we should be able to, oh, I got to install the LCD screen wires as well. The 2 wires for that, and then I think we'll power it on. I'm not going to worry too much. Down here is just going to look horrible. I don't think I'm going to do much of anything to it right now because I want to just do cable raceways. I'll probably get those printing tonight and have that done. Have that done in the next day or 2 here. All right, really quickly, I'm just peeling. You guys can't see what I'm doing because I am doing it off camera. So I'm peeling the cover. Okay, Florida, got it. I wonder how far that is from my brother. I can't, the city my brother moved into in Florida, I don't know it. It's not one of the like big cities you hear of, but I know he's not too far from, I think it's like 45 minutes from one of the major airports. Maybe that's Tampa? Maybe? I'll have to ask. Nothing tasty is healthy. It's the great fat paradox. Yeah, it's, I mean, there's healthy stuff. In my opinion, I think there's healthy stuff that tastes good, but it's still like, it's on a different scale, in my opinion, usually than something that's not healthy that tastes good. Like, just sometimes, I mean, like, it's just hard to, for me, like, I've always been a big burger fan. Like, nothing really comes close to a burger, in my opinion, other than a burger. So, yeah, it's a struggle. Okay, so we need M3 hex nuts. I think this is the last bit of hardware we're gonna need. Let's see here. Grabbing the box. Okay. We have got M3 nuts, and what did I say? M316. M316s. There are no M316. Oh, those are not button heads. M3. Oh, where have my M316s gone? There they are. M316. Okay. So we are taking this in this orientation, and we are, I don't know. Okay, directionally it looks like, I don't know if it really matters. Have it go out the side like that. Okay. Taco Casa. I've never heard of Taco Casa. Yeah, there is healthy food I love a lot. Like tonight for dinner, we're having pesto salmon, and to me, you bring him out. All right, Landon's coming out to say hi. Yeah, Aaron and the kids are going to visit family out of state for 3 weeks, so it's just gonna be me here. So this is the last time you get to see big guy. Well, not last time ever, but last time for. When he comes back, he'll be basically 1. I don't know if you can. Let's see. I don't know if is he visible. Oh, I hit the camera. Can you see if he's on screen? Oh, look over here. Hey, that's my microphone. Hey, that's my microphone. There you go. Can you tell everybody what you thought about camping? Was camping fun? Huh? Was it too hot for you? Huh? Was it too bright? Huh? He did pretty good. The first night was pretty rough with sleeping. I felt really bad because it was you know, like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was pretty quiet at that point, and it was just screaming Landon. But on the second night, I think he just woke up like 1 time and then did pretty good. Yeah. All right, that's it for Landon. And Brussels sprouts, I can eat them every day. I like Brussels sprouts as well. Hi, Microbot. Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts as well. I like Brussels sprouts with bacon, which I know, like, hey, you wanna come say hi too real quick? Are we still let him walk it out or no? All right, come on, Jackie. Jackie wants to press the button too. We're getting a kid visit. Come on, careful. Watch out for the shovel there. Okay, yeah, you're okay. What is that? You're having a lollipop? Is that a honey lollipop? You hold it. Ah, here's our bright orange boy. He's going too. You showing them your lollipop? Is it honey? Yeah. I think it's actually like just fresh, like hardened honey, right? Don't drop it on the floor, please. Oh, you dropped it on the floor! Guess you have stocked up on 3 weeks of cereal. Yeah, no kidding, man. My parents are in town for another week. You're going to gymnastics today? You're not gonna be wearing that though, are you? You gotta change, you're still in PJs. My parents are in town for like the next week and a half, so I think I'm gonna get together with them at least a few times. We got bikes recently, so I'm gonna go bike riding with my dad, and then you're all done? There's still more. Your hands are so, hey, your hands are super sticky, son, okay? So when you touch the button on this, please use a finger that is the least sticky out of the sticky fingers, okay? Okay, you can press one button, and then I gotta get you back inside because you gotta wash your hands, okay? Pick one button. Which finger's not sticky? Let me see your hands. Oh, they're horrible. Use your thumb. Use your...
Ice cream for Jack Jack.
Ice cream for Jack Jack. All right, press one button. Oh, your hands are so... Okay, how about I press? You tell me which one to press, and I'll press it. Okay, this will go. One press. All right, you gotta go outside, wash your hands. Can you say bye-bye to everybody? Bye. Bye, everybody. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Say, see you in 3 weeks. All right, I'm gonna carry you, dude. Please wash your hands, son, okay? Yes, Daddy? Thank you. Your hands are very sticky. I'm gonna tell Mommy too. Hey, Mama. He's gotta wash his hands. He's got like honey, yeah, very sticky. He could climb the walls like Spider-Man right now. Yeah, it's a lollipop, but it's like a healthy lollipop. I think it's just basically some kind of honey that we got from the farmer's market out here. But yeah, he's super sick. Anyways, yeah, my parents are in town, so I'm sure we'll eat together a couple times. And but yes, there will be more cereal than normal. There went half the screen. Yeah, I mean, it's literally honey. Like his hands are just awful, awful, awful. I tried growing Brussels sprouts last year. I don't know if I told you guys that in the garden. I had 5 or 6 of them, and they got destroyed. They got massive. The pods were forming, and I was getting very excited. And then the aphids came and just devoured every single Brussels sprout. And then that spread to my other brassicas. So my broccolini got destroyed. So yeah, I'm not doing Brussels sprouts again. I looked online. It seems like Brussels sprouts in general, as far as like gardening goes, are aphids like meal of choice. So yeah, it wasn't worth it. It took up a whole garden bed because if you've seen Brussels sprout plants, they're absolutely massive. And it was fun to watch grow, but I really wanted to eat them. And that didn't end up happening, so. Okay, so this is kind of weird. The way this just slots in, let's see. It's probably gonna be fine. A lot of the garden is recovering from that storm we had. It certainly stunted everything, and the plants, like a lot of them still look kind of, is this supposed to be flush? I can't. Yeah, it's probably fine. Sorry, words. Okay, actually, let me focus. I don't want to crack the... Yeah, 1 second. I'm just... Now you can't see what's happening, but you have to believe me that I'm just tightening these nuts. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Okay. That's probably fine. We're just a fan. We're just a fan. Nut slots in acrylic? Yeah, it does feel very old school. It does feel very, very, very old school in that regard. They used acrylic. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but considering it required a lot of printed parts, I'm not really sure why they didn't just do a printed bracket. Okay. Luke, how's it going? Brussels sprouts attract some extra protein. Yeah. Now I will need to pick some up on the way home. Wife doesn't like them, so we don't have them often, but after all this talk, I must. It is a must. Okay, so we're using M36s for this, and it looks like basically... Wait, did I screw this up? No, I couldn't have. No, I could have. I did screw this up. Oh, rats. So they need to be in the other... Okay, let me do this one more time. I'm gonna just change the camera. You don't need to see this. Let me just loosen this really quickly here. I'm just gonna flip this around, take it around town. I don't know that I always loved Brussels sprouts either. They've definitely, like in my 20s, they grew on me. When I lived with my buddy for a few years, his wife would make them pretty often, but she did make them usually with bacon and like bacon, not like big pieces of bacon, but like little bacon bits, and I feel like something else. I don't know if it was like a Parmesan or something like that. She made them a little less healthy, but they were very, very yummy. Okay. All right, we're calling this good enough. So now this guy is just, wait, where do we plug this into? Because I don't know if I'll be able to reach it after. Fan is going top right here, so that probably can be reached after, but we'll plug it in just in case. Like that. And then this is going to be interesting. You go down. Yeah, that seems like that's working. Okay, so we need, I'm just gonna leave that there. M36s. Bacon, garlic, onion, butter. Butter! More butter, please. All right, yeah, M36 button heads. Let's see, doing good. It's been a long week and I feel exhausted, but good overall. Just work stuff, or what's been going on with you this week? Yeah, we went camping Friday through Sunday, and so I'm still trying to get my head back into just trying to get my head back into everything. Where are the M36s on here? Come on, M34s are right there. There's M36. Okay, here we go. M36s. Here we go. Okay. M36s. Yeah, I'm just sweaty. I am pretty gross right now. Okay. Wait. Wait. Go in. There we go. Okay. First one's in. Bean sprouts, bacon, and caramelized onion. Bean sprouts? I haven't had that. I don't know if I've even had bean sprouts much in my life. Like bean sprouts isn't what you'd normally put in sort of like a stir fry? Right? That sounds right to me, right? Don't bean sprouts usually go in stir fries? Erin makes a mean stir fry. That's something that she started doing in the last, probably since we moved into this house. I don't remember her ever making it before, but it is very yummy. Did anybody order the index kit? Oh yeah, I saw somebody post that earlier. So what was the deal? Today was another, like, the order day for index? Is it sold out already? Yeah, someone commented that, like, either before, like right when the stream countdown was happening. I meant to ask about that. I'm not sure if this is the best way to route any of this stuff, but for right now we're just gonna call it good enough. And I'll spend some more time on it. It was me. Okay, GA day. What does GA day mean? Order GA. I don't know what. Okay, really quickly, just looking at this one more time here. All right, so I think the last thing is basically just the wires for the LCD screen, which I probably should have plugged in prior to this because I don't think I've got the height. Do I have the height? I do not have the height. All right, let's undo these things I just did. No, we're gonna have to probably like undo it fully. Ah! This deserves a there we go. Hey Jose! Happy Wednesday. Okay, let's see if that's enough. These are pretty tall connectors. Something tells me that this might not work. Yeah, I'm gonna break the acrylic. All right, acrylic's coming off. All right, tried to do it. Let's at least take it off on this side and see if I can get enough flex to plug these two cables in. Yeah, definitely have enough flex now. Okay, so one cable is going in right here. Maybe. Am I plugging it in backwards? What's happening? Why are we not going in? There we go. Oh, okay. And one is going in like this. Okay. Hey, Shrimp Father! Just arrived at the campsite? Wait, I'm officially on holiday. Oh, nice! Are you going camping? Are you doing outdoor camping, indoor camping, cabin camping, glamping? What kind of camping? Dude, enjoy, man. Shipping in September for the first batch. Who knows how long for orders after that? I think I'll wait until West 3D has them in stock. Is there going to be... Yeah, okay, what am I saying? There's definitely going to be resellers. Or, yeah. I wonder if... Because I really want to install it on the Core 1. I'm not in a rush. I still am using the Core 1 for a lot of printing over the next couple of weeks. But I'd like to get it in the Core 1 eventually here. But I wonder if printed solid will end up having them, which will make it a lot quicker to get to here. Okay, let's just like route these underneath here like this. Crazy rat's nest. And then we'll plug them in. I don't know if this is the right ones, but we should know pretty soon when we power it on and it doesn't work. If it doesn't work. Okay, that is in. I think that's everything on the bottom. Let's see if I can even stand it up without it pinching wires because of how nutty it looks down here. Oh. There's a bunch of just wires sticking out the back. Can I tuck you guys in a little further? Can we hide this? There we go. There we go. What rat's nest? Yeah, that seems like that's gonna work okay. Okay, so the next thing, I usually like to leave some belt left over if I need to adjust things, but because this thing is probing with the tool head itself, I think I need to remove the majority of this belt. So I'm going to cut the belt now. I'm just gonna use some flush cutters. We are gonna try, let's see if we cut it maybe right here, and maybe right here. Okay, so can we touch now without, nope, still rubbing. Well, if I ever have to take these belts off, I will not be able to get them back on. Okay. Okay, we're not touching now. Okay. I like the tool head ears, yeah. I've never printed the like dragon burner with the cat ears, but that's like what this uses by default. So I was like, all right, I guess we're using cat ears. It should give us a, I think I've heard it's like an extra 500 acceleration, so I get why they went with that. All right, what is left? Got that plugged in. Now we need to get our filament holder piece thingamajig. Let's see. Okay. Racing ears, yeah, that's right. Okay, so this guy is just gonna be slotting in there, so we need to cut this somewhere here-ish. I don't have a blade easily accessible, so we'll just try to flush cut this. All right, let's see if that works. I think that's still a hair too long. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. We got our PTFE tube there. And then we are installing... Oh, wait. Oh yeah, this is the last step. Okay, so let me bring you guys up. So this is getting installed up top, and it looks like right here. And we need M512 button heads. Man, we're getting really close to turning this thing on, everybody. M512 button heads. Here we are. This is the last step in the manual. It makes the it makes the print head run perfect. I like that. I've been saying some like pretty solid jokes lately to Aaron. Definitely dad jokes, definite puns. Gotten my eye roll quota is up for the month. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Okay, I think we need the pink Allen wrench for this. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay, let me try to line this up really quick. I realize all you're seeing now is my shirt, which is not probably the most exciting thing. Okay. That is on. That is on. And then it looks like they have it a little bit further. Like maybe there? You guys are also still really low. There we go. Okay. Tighten that down. Tighten that down. I don't even know what pre-flight checks there are for Marlin, so we're just gonna go nuts, and I will be ready to kill the power at all times. Why are we not going in? There we go. Okay. Oh man, that's it. That's it. Are we ready to power this on? Wait. Actually, no, I think it wants us to insert the, yeah, it says to insert this micro SD card that they gave us. So I don't know if there's like a printable file on there or whether it has the cheat code to go faster, but we will do that. So it came with a 8 GB micro SD card and SD card adapter because the screen needs a full-size SD card. So let's go ahead and place that in there. I think based off the image, it goes like this. Okay. All right, y'all. It had no sample files. Perfect. You still do the Z offset paper test. Thank you for that. Is there a link to how to do that with this, or is it just on the screen? It's been so long since I touched Marlin. I don't remember much of anything. So we'll power it on and then I'll go from there, I suppose. I assume I can still home, probably, right? Or at least I'll try to home in the air since it's just a switch. Okay. Where is our inlet? It's on the farthest possible side. Oh. Get in there. Why is that so tight? Okay. All right, everybody. Ready? Don't say that nice. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. No, thank you for the no, thank you for the bad juju. All right, everybody. Can I get some? I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do this in the chat. Or something. Some positive energy. Some positive anything. All right. Let me take a sip of water as I prepare for this. There shan't be smoke. There shan't be smoke. There is a screen menu option for settings. The offset instruction in the Siboor build site for. Oh, sick. Okay. Let's do that. Let's just power it on first. Ready? 3, 2. We got a beep sound. We got light, RGB, LEDs. It says Siboor. I know you guys can't see that, but it says it. Siboor says Marlin 2.1.2.6. A lot of quite a few decimal points there. It says ready. I see temperature. Here, I'll bring you guys down. Look at that. We got temps that look appropriate. 33 Celsius in here. Yeah, so it's 91 degrees in here, almost 92. That sounds right. That's how I feel like it's 92 in here. Yeah, I haven't done Marlin in years, man. Years. Okay, so let's go Siboor Boom documentation. I forgot they do have like a website, like a legit website. Siboor Boom. The build. Initial startup checks. Wait. Motor schematic, correct print movement. Okay, so we're gonna check the fans. So, all right, let's do this here. So let's move you guys to here. Okay. Nope. You guys can't even see the fan. It's so dark. Can you see that? You can see if it spins? Yeah, you can see if it spins. All right, let's try to heat this up. Temperature. Nozzle. Going up to 50. We're going up to a wild 50 Celsius. The fan does not appear to be doing anything. Oh, it's moving! It's moving! Fan is moving. Yeah, it is. Even after all these years, it's still like, I feel like a little bit like, you know, raising Frankenstein, like, it's alive, it's alive. All right, so that's working great. Part cooling fan when commencing the printing of the second layer. So it doesn't look like I have any ability to control that. So we will check that, but at least we know we won't get a clog, which is the biggest part of this. I don't see anything. I don't think I could move anything until I home, right? We can try homing. Slicer setup, no. Tuning guides, no. Initial startup. Oh, X-ray. Okay. I was in the wrong section. Before powered on, that looks fine. I'm pretty good about that. Yep. You need to be able to quickly stop the printer in case something goes wrong. Tool goes the wrong direction. There are a few ways of doing this. There's emergency reset icon underneath the encoder knob. I see that. Click on its reboot. As a nuclear option, power off the printer. This is not ideal. Once there is a tested process for stopping the printer in case of anything wrong, you can test X and Z movement. Okay. You will need to test X and Y before you can correctly determine what adjustments are needed. First, control motion, homing, home X. Okay. All right. Okay. What does it say? Control motion, homing X. It worked. Okay, and we'll try Y next. It worked. Test dehoming. Okay. Why does this hot end fan keep turning on and off? It's at 50 Celsius. I would think that it would stay turning on. That's weird. So it's on, now it's off. It's off. It's off. Now it's on. Is it because 50C is like sort of at the threshold of where it only turns on? Let's see. Well, let's home and then I'll figure that out. So it should go to the center of the bed. Okay. It worked. It homed. Yeah, I know that the temperature is why it's like on at all, but it shouldn't be turning on and off. Like, let me try raising it to like, here, let's go up to, I don't know, 106, 105. Okay, it seems like it's working. I think 50 Celsius must have been like the minimum threshold, and so as it was like throttling 49 Celsius to 50 Celsius, it was turning on and off. But it seems like now that I have it set to 105, it's just good. It also looks like I can actually check the cooling fans. So let's see if that works. Let's see. You guys can't really see that. Why? Need more light. Hold on, let me focus on the finger. There we go. All right. Fan speed. Okay, that one's working. Yeah, both fans are working. Sweet. I feel like we should check the looks good. Yeah, everything looks good so far. I feel like we should check the extruder direction, but we'll go in order. Oops, we'll go in order of operations based off what they say. It looks like the next is setting Z offset. Before modifying your Z offset, make sure you've set your Z position to 0 and the nozzle is cleaned. To do this, you can run the following operation. So it says to go to control, motion, homing, auto home. Okay. Motion, move axis, move Z axis, move 0.025, and then go down to 0. Okay. Gotta really spin this knob. It was at 10 millimeters. Hold on, still spinning the knob. There's a motherboard fan. Yeah, there's a motherboard fan. We just installed it. But it says that I have no way of checking it. Like, it just will turn on certain... I don't know if it's tied to the bed or what it's tied on. Usually the bed is what it's tied on. Okay, so I think that I set it to 0 now. Okay, so let me get a piece of paper. I'm not going to use the laminated one. That's a bit thicker than what we want. Oh man, I just used up the printer paper that I had out here. There's gotta be some printer paper, something printed on it. That's too thick. It's like cardstock. You know what? I can take this. This is a... See if this will come off without tearing. Nope, it's tearing. Okay. Give me one sec. I might just find a slightly thinner piece of paper. How do I not have... Hold on. Wild, man. Okay, we might be using the thick piece of paper. It's too thick. It's too thick. If I can't find something in the next, like, I don't know, 60 seconds here. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's stickers. Here we go. This is the manual for my pressure washer. This is pretty close to A4. Okay. Place an A4 sheet of paper on the platform. Use the in-screen to adjust the nozzle height relative to the bed. So... Wait. Got it. So now it wants us to go motion, move axis, move Z. Okay, so we need to go down. Does this update live or no? Do I have to click? It looks like I have to click. Okay, we're rubbing now. That's okay. It's working. So that's too close. That's too close. That's too close. That's too far. So if that's the smallest increment we can adjust. That's weird. That feels too close to me, but this might be a slightly thicker piece of paper. So I don't know if I'd rather be a hair too close or a hair too far. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that for now. Okay. So negative 0.275. I'm gonna just quickly, let's see. So we are at negative 2.75. Okay, so I'm trying to understand this. It says place A4. We did that. Once the offset is properly calibrated, write down the Z position, then adjust probe Z offset. Oh. Use the following formula to calculate the actual Z offset. Default Z offset plus Z position. So, wait, no, I said negative point. Hold on, I screwed this up. That is a way different value. Or the decimal needs to be. Oops. Oh my gosh, there we go. Okay, so that's going to be what? 1.725? Right? Is my math correct? Let's just, it's hot in here. I'm going to just, for the sake of, so 2 take away, 0.275. Yeah, 1.725. Once this, the default Z, use the following formula. We did that. Store settings. Control configuration. Yeah. We will. So, control. Configuration. Oh, here we go. So probe Z offset is, so I assume this is what we're adjusting, is the probe Z offset. It's, the screen didn't show it like in the manual, but if I go here, you can kind of see that, right? Yeah, probe Z offset set to 2. So what did I say? It's 1.76 approximately. So we'll just call it, or 1.725. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just do that. 1.7. Okay. And then it wants us to store settings. It beeped at me. Load settings. It beeped at me again. Cool, looks fine. Okay. All right, hey Ruben, welcome to Marlin. For those who have only used Clipper, yeah. Verify, I'm just gonna go for it, man. Control motion, level bed. All right, let's try leveling this bad boy. Yeet. Yeet. Man, using Marlin feels like such a throwback. All right. Control. Motion. Level bed. Here we go. Hey, BBs. Huh, only a single probe. It's a pretty dense mesh though. What is that? 6 by 6? 2, 3, 4. No, it's more than that. 5, maybe 7 by 7? 6, 7. Yeah, I think it's a 7 by 7 mesh. Yeah, I started with an Arduino ramps combo as well. Those boards were garbage. At least I mean, I bought cheap ones, so it's possible it was just the place I was buying them from. But I remember buying them for like next to nothing on, I think on eBay. And I fried a couple of them. I fried a couple of them on my first printer conversion in, I think, 2014 or 2015. The good thing about damaging those boards was that they were at least really inexpensive. I don't think I spent more than like $10 or $12 on one. So like, can Marlin do adaptive? I don't know. I have not kept up with the advancements in Marlin, so I don't know whether it can do adaptive. I'll have to check. No, it can't. Okay. Okay, so we did the level bed. After probing is complete, screen will say leveling complete. It doesn't say it. Oh, maybe it did and I missed it. Save the mesh. Load configuration, save. Okay. So we are going down to configuration. We are saving our settings. We're storing our settings. Okay, now we are loading our settings. Okay, purpose flow, filament calibration, treasure printer's extruder, accurately dispenses, prerequisites installed, printer connected and set up, steps, preparation, confirm printer temperature, ensure the hot end is heated at the appropriate temperature for your material. Relay the hot end is around. Okay, so let's heat the hot end up to, let's go back to main, let's go back to temperature. Let's go back to nozzle. We're gonna go to 210. So 210. Okay. Nozzle's heating up. Let me grab some filament really quick here. Even though I find it difficult to find a motherboard that has enough for Marlin with a screen. This is using, oh gosh, we looked up the, does anyone remember what the board was on this? I could probably look under my browser history. Let's see. Oh, nope, it's not there. I can check for you later. I don't know where the tab went. It's a MakerBase. Here it is. MakerBase MK. Here it is. Let me just get a screen. Yeah, it's a MKS Robin Nano V3.1. That's what's on here. Also, I'm gonna get the giveaway open. I apologize. Well, I'm only 6 minutes late. I don't know if I'm in apologize territory, but let me. Ooh, it smells like 210. You know what? We probably need to hot tighten that nozzle as well. Now that I'm thinking about it. Shorten URL. Copy. Okay. I only fried one board of my JG Aurora. Were you doing something with it? Like trying to do a mod or no? It just happened. Okay, so I'm gonna really quickly home. Motion. Homing. Auto home. Let's get the nozzle tightened before something terrible happens. See if I can find that little wrench we were using. Where has my little wrench gone? I don't see it. That means it's out here somewhere in the pile of parts. I don't see it. Maybe we'll just use the maybe we'll just use these Knipex pliers. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and raise the Z. That is a very slow climb for CoreXZ. Feels like 107. Yeah, it's hot. It's very warm in here. I think that based off the printer detected it being 92, and it feels hotter than that here. You should apologize for apologizing. I'm sorry. All right, so I should have taken the silicone sock off prior to this. I'm gonna attempt to do it. Don't try this at home. If I can't get it, I will cool it down, but oh no, we're climbing too high. Stop! 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 No, don't go higher! You're gonna hit the belt, you're hitting the belt, you're hitting the belt, you're hitting the belt, you're stretching the belt. No! No! Okay. Okay. That was we went too high. Too far gone. Try that again. Okay, that came off. Oh wait, you can't get this one. That's right, this one you can't. Okay, I tore it, that's fine. This one's kind of a pain. I forgot it has like the silicone where it goes around the pieces. Okay. Panic! All right, so we're fine. Everything's fine. Let's go ahead and get the temperature back up to 210 really quickly here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look for that wrench one more time. I really don't want to use this massive wrench. And I know that wrench has to be here because we literally just cold tightened it either last stream or the stream before, so it couldn't have gone too far. Where is it? It's possible. I don't want to blame Jack, but Jack does like to come out here to this bench. So you might have seen a tiny wrench and been like, that's a wrench for me. Not seeing it. I've seen a lot of wrenches, a lot of little, tiny little flat wrenches. Yeah, I don't think it's here. So we're gonna use a, let's see if this one will work. Nope. I'm gonna use these massive Knipex pliers to rip it. Okay. And, oh. Of course the block itself wants to rotate. So I'm going to need a second set of, let's see if I can use, I don't know if I'm gonna have space for both of these large wrenches. Okay, block is secure. I wonder if I can just twist it like this, man. It doesn't need that much. It's plenty tight, man. I don't think it's going anywhere. All right, let's see if I can get this back on without burning myself too much. It's gonna be a struggle. I'm probably gonna have to cut off. Probably gonna have to cut off these little tabs on this silicone sock. Let's do that. Okay, let's see if that works. Still doesn't want to go up, does it? Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting this back on. It's super, it's like really tight. Not much of a gap. I might just leave it without the sock for now and address it later when it's cooled down. So I think I'm gonna have to use something to, yeah, it's not happening. All right, I'm gonna pull this. I'll worry about that later. Okay, so at least it's tight. Giveaway link is open also for anyone that is here. We're gonna do our drawing in about 20 minutes. Check nozzle, ensure nozzle is clear. Mark material. Position and extrude. Okay, well first before we do that, let's actually extrude some filament. So let's make sure that that is working. I've only got black Polymaker PLA, and I don't want to use that meta stuff we used last time. So let's see. Do I have? I got lots of PTGs. PLA goes from BQ. We're gonna use the. We'll use the PLA meta. It's fine. It's fine. Printing temperature says 180 to 200 Celsius, so this is a little bit warm for it, but that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and feed this down into here. Actually, we should have... Oh, did I snap it? No, it didn't snap. It just popped out. Made it sound like it snapped. Why are we not going on? There we go. Okay. There should be a little bit of PTFE at least. I'm going to cut the PTFE tube ever so slightly here. Okay. Shove that in here. Oops. That does not grip at all. Is there supposed to be a like coupling? Here's a coupling. Is this for this? Are you supposed to be here? I didn't see anything about a coupling. It's definitely not threaded. All right, well, for now we can just shove this here, but it's definitely a very loose fit. Okay, spool is loaded. Filament is going down. Okay. Can we move axis extruder 10 millimeters at a time? Okay, it's grabbing the filament. It's not exactly the fastest, but it is grabbing the filament. It feels like it has plenty of grip. Still it should be coming out any second now. And there we go. There we go. See that? There's a little filament coming out. Look at that. There you go. Okay, so it's extruding. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so now it wants us to do a quick little, like, basically an E-step calibration. So we've got a Sharpie right here, and it says, use a segment of material mark 100 millimeters from the extruder gears. So I'll just take my, let's see. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. So we're gonna take this, we'll just go from top of PTFE, I suppose. And we are gonna do our best to mark at 100. That's pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close. I mean, we're just going for within a range. We could always adjust the extruder multiplier in firmware. So, all right, now it says, do the following operation to extrude 50 millimeters of material. Go to control motion, move axis. Okay, so let's get out of here. Okay, so 50 millimeters of material. Wait, I screwed that up. Unless, did something change? Did something change on here? So they are saying to go to, yeah, no, you can't do what they're saying. You can only move in 10 millimeter increments. I think we're just gonna fire it away. At this point, I think we're gonna just fire this away, man, and hope for the best. That's how I'm feeling. How's everyone else feeling? I think we just go for it, man. Knob usage, rotate, common functions. Yeah, I think let's just, I want to print something. Slicer setup. Download the slicer, okay? Open source. Download the following files. Download. Okay. Nope, that's not how you spell Orca. Orca. Come on! This computer has been going pretty slow lately. Skip for now. File. Okay, okay, okay. File, import, import configs, download. There were 5. Okay. So, does that mean... Where did it go? I assume it didn't... Oh, I already had an Orca. I assume it didn't add a printer, right? It wouldn't have done that. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Come on. It would be nice if there was a way to choose what loads here, like through a different menu if you wanted to adjust it. Because even on my fast computer, this takes a while. This is pretty ridiculous, but okay. Yeah, there is no Siboor. So where does that go under?
Smash the thumbs up, everyone. Hand with fingers played emoji.
Thanks, nice. Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Also, make sure you get into the giveaway that is... Oh, Siboor, boom. Make sure you get into the giveaway that is going to be taking place in a moment here. What do we want to print? Do we want to just do like a benchy? I feel like we gotta do a benchy, dude. It's an old school style of handy model. Benchy. Benchy. I just want rapid print. What are these? Slower, rapid print slower, ultra speed test. Let's just do the regular rapid print. Generic PLA. Yeah, gotta do a benchy. It's classic. I don't really want a brim, but that's fine, man. Let's go ahead and take out this micro SD card, pop the micro SD card into the adapter they gave us, or the full-size SD card. I hear crying kids. Why are we not fitting? Okay, let's try this. There we go. Okay. All right. The end is near, or the beginning is near. Beginning of the end. Here we go. Export G-code file. 3D benchy, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Doesn't sound very rapid to me. USB drive. So outer walls are very, very slow. Very, very slow. See what rapid speed test looks like. Okay, let's do that. Adjust temps for your filament. Yeah, that's right. Let's do 200. Let's do 200 because this is that meta filament. I usually would do 210. Max flow 12. It's probably about right. We're using basically like a V6 knockoff. So. Okay. All right, y'all. The time has come to lay down plastic. I cannot believe it. Plugging it in. Nope. Plugging it in. Hit and print. All right, bed is officially heating. Doesn't have to heat up that much. It's already hot in here. It's already at 40. Already at 40 C. All right. I smashed my thumb. No! Yep, 5 more minutes and we will do that giveaway. Let me get some more water. All my ice melted. It's not that cold anymore, but it's still better than nothing. I am really looking forward to building that Unimog. Jackson's excited. My dad came over. Was it yesterday when I showed him? No, it would have been Friday morning because they stayed here to watch our monkey, our dog, and the fish. And I was showing him the video of the Unimog and the tire for it, and he was like, "Dude, like, this looks awesome." And I was like, "Yeah, man." So I'm really looking forward to both the building process and then also just trying to drive it. I have very little experience with RC, other than some like tiny, like indoor cars that I had as a really young kid. Taylor's building one and do it. Started building one. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Definitely a change of pace, and a really long sort of complex build, I think. So, what I'm seeing here. All right, our bed is at temp. Our hot end is at temp. Still says bed heating, but there we go. Okay. We are homing. You seen the Comwu, the open source Roomba thing? No, what is that? Okay, filaments being laid down. Oh. I think we are too high. But it's moving pretty quickly. I can't actually tell whether we're too high. Honestly, I can't tell. It's moving pretty quickly, the bed. We'll just let it go. There's also no brim on this. I didn't realize that on the revised profile. Okay, really slow bridges. Yeah, we were definitely too high or under extruding a little bit, but we'll just see what happens. We'll let it roll. Definitely not a very tuned profile. This is some seriously slow bridging. It's moving though. I mean, it's moving. Yeah. I built the cab, flatbed, frame, gearbox, almost done. Oh, you're making one too? Unimog is long and complex build. How many hours do you think you have into it? I don't know whether we'll do the whole thing on stream. I'm just gonna say that up front. It might be a combination of like we're doing things on stream and I'm spending some hours off stream. No input shaping. Marlin does have input shaping though, right? I don't know if they can use ADXLs, but like I'm almost positive you can calibrate for it. It's still in testing, but it looks like a 3D printable Roomba that uses LiDAR and Raspberry Pi. That sounds awesome. I would absolutely build one of those. Yeah, is yours based off a kit, Luke, or did you self-source? Is yours based, I guess probably the LVO kit would be the question for that. It does, but not enabled in the Marlin firmware for the boom. Got it. I would suggest a 2mm drill. Got it. I do have the electric screwdriver. That was recommended to me, but 2mm drill is good to know. I don't know if I have a 2mm drill bit. I will definitely order one before starting. I'm gonna probably order it right now. Hold on. We are closing up the giveaway in just a moment here. So if you want to get into the Polymaker giveaway, it is pinned in the chat. Do so now. 2mm drill bit. I think I just bought some 2mm drill bits actually. Are they what I bought? Nope. They're not.
2mm metric cobalt steel, extremely heat resistant twist drill. Yeah, let's buy that. It'll be delivered by Monday, July 20th, which should be enough time. Oh, I'm not logged in. It'd actually be here sooner than that, it looks like. That was like non-prime shipping. Password is incorrect. I don't think I have a 2mm reamer. You think I should get one? Tux? 2mm. Oops. I've got 3mm and above. Reamer? Alright, $7 for a 2mm reamer. That feels expensive. Feels a little spendy, but I will order it. It's either that or get a full set, and I already have a set, so I don't see a point in buying another full set. Okay. Yep, be here Friday. Both of them will be here Friday, so order placed. I've still got Stealth Burner on my 2.4, and I think that's it. I mean, oh, it's on the Venture as well. I'm probably gonna be donating Venture to a buddy actually pretty soon here. I had plans for it, but it's just been taking up so much space, and now that I'm doing index on the Core 1, I don't know. I feel like I'd be better off using this space for more storage organization. It takes up such a huge place in this section of the garage, so yeah, it's cool to see it printing, and it's actually like, it's not looking okay. So the cooling is not fantastic. The front is pretty. I could show you guys this. The front's going to be pretty wonky looking. It's also very hot in this garage, so I get that that's not necessarily an excuse, but if this was in the house 20 degrees cooler, it might have an impact on the way the front of this guy's looking. Let me see. The front is it doesn't look horrible, but it's definitely sticking up. It's not easily viewable because you guys don't have an exact front like head-on view. Your guys are slightly angled downward, but the front tip is definitely a little bit wonk. Okay. What's up, X? Okay, we are going to do the giveaway. So we're a couple minutes over, which is fine, but I do have to run to the post before this. Let's go remove and unpin. Okay, we have got, how many people entered in? Where is the 64 people? Nice. Okay. Wheel of names. All right, here we are. So for anyone that hasn't been in one of these giveaways before, they are provided by Polymaker. They are global. If you win and you're in the US, Canada, or a few other countries, you will win a gift card, and then everyone else gets to pick a spool of filament off their website up to $35. I think that's US in value. You will receive an email from me within 24 hours. Very likely you'll get an email tonight. And yeah, good luck to everyone. If you are wanting to pick up some great filament and support the channel, there is a link in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it is certainly appreciated. And I think let's go ahead and 8 spins for final stream. All right, that makes sense to me, Hasios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, good luck to each and every one of you. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Boom! Boom for the boom. Oh my God, Tuxedo. Oh, Tuxedo. DSM Glee, you are today's winner. That I thought today was the day for you, Tux. Zoom sound effect. Cheers. Congratulations, DSM. You are today's winner. It feels like a meme at this point, Tuxedo. I'm just gonna say it. It feels like the wheel is memeing you. congratulations to you, DSM. I will send you an email this evening, so be on the lookout for that. It comes from, I don't have a Modbot email. I've used the same email for like, I don't know, 15 or 20 years now. So you just, if it looks like it's some weird email, it's just me. It's just me. So, all right, y'all, it is hot. I am going to get going. I will send or post a photo in the live stream when I get back home from Jack's Gymnastics today, just showing a photo of it. It's looking, I mean, it's hard to tell, but it's looking pretty good minus that front area. So we'll see how stringing is once it gets taller. But I do think that, like, this is also a PLA meta. If I was using a standard PLA and inside, I do think that it would be a little bit cleaner in the front already as is. So, but yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for all the memberships, all the gifted memberships, all of the donations, and just chilling with me on this hot Wednesday. Yeah, next week we are starting the Unimog build. So for anyone that's not familiar, it is a massive, I'm doing a 6-wheeler version flatbed. And these are some of the parts I've done so far. We've got, these are all in PETG. So this is the frame. This is all PCCF, and it's largely gearbox, gears, parts down below. I've got another plate of PCCF parts. I've got some jack stands over there in PTG. So I'm going to just keep printing. I'm sure I'll have like another bag's worth. It's a lot of printing. It's a lot. I cannot remember offhand how many spools it is, but it's multiple. It's multiple spools. So but yeah, it'll be a combination of PETG and PCCF is what we're going with for this round one. I'm not sure what color we're doing yet. It will be PETG for like the cosmetic color of it, but I think like yellow, red, orange, and maybe 2 blues to in PETG for this. I wanted to see how they look. So probably gonna have Jackson just pick his favorite out of the lot. I think my option would be the blue that I got is let's see. Those are all gray, red, gray. Why don't I see? Huh. I don't see the silver, gray, red, yellow. Electric blue. Electric blue is probably what would be my choice, but I think I'm gonna let Jackson pick. I don't have that strong of a preference, and it'll make him happy. So that's what I'll probably do. All right, everyone. I hope you guys have. I wish I had the room and time to build the mug. Yeah, room. Look at last Saturday's video on the material. Yeah, I did a video on PCCF. Black, red, and yellow, like Belgian flag. Jack might pick red or yellow, but knowing Jack, I don't know actually what he'll pick. We'll see. So, all right, everyone, have a wonderful week. No video this Saturday. I had one last week. There will be one next Saturday. I'm working on a review of the Flash Forge tool changers, so I'm getting pretty close. To be able to do a review on that. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Thanks again.